Hello Pisces, welcome to your tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you happen to be watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and be receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. Remember that the most important part of any tarot reading, Pisces, is you. And there is a 5 of Cups. Okay, interesting. Let's see where this goes. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread as always. And as I do this, I would also like to say that if there is anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments. All right, finishing up Path of the Serpent here. A lot of interesting energy. All right, we're going to do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use Rider-Waite-Smith. Got to give some love to Pamela Coleman-Smith. And this card we're going to set down right here, put the frog on top, kind of keep an eye on it. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, right? So I do encourage you to stick around, and hopefully that will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end, okay? So let's look around the room here. We've got this death energy. That's very significant. I think that is a good omen. I know it seems like kind of an ominous card, but that's a very good thing. And we've got this magician, Mercury, the magus energy, the trickster, the juggler. We also have my cat in the side of the studio here digging around in a box or something, so we'll try to ignore that. We've got some fire, we've got some water, we've got some air, a lot of water here actually. And we've got a little bit of earth on the path of the serpent with a little more fire. So it is, it's fairly balanced, though I think it's a little bit heavy on the water. You know, I do. The 5 of Cups here. You're somebody who generally has a good handle on their feelings. I think that you don't get upset easily, but you are sensitive, and I feel like you're sensitive more toward the positive emotions than you are to the negative emotions. You know, I think negative energy just kind of bounces off of you. You know, we said in some previous readings for you that you have this kind of force field of divine energy right now. You have a lot of spiritual protection. And I feel like this is a manifestation of that. I feel like you absorb the positive vibes, vibrations, energies, that warm, loving, spiritual light. You absorb it. But the negative energy can't get in. It's almost like you have a spiritual SPF. You know, the negative energy just kind of is deflected. But that warm light and heat, that spiritual love and energy can get in, but not that negative stuff. I think that's very significant for you right now, because I think that you are in the process of a really huge transformation in your life. I think underneath everything, the foundation of all of your work right now is this change, this kind of starting over. I feel like you've been in the process currently of grieving something and letting it go, right? Preparing the way for this new surge of love and light and life, right? And I see the kind of the beginning and the end of this is this positive love energy, right? A real spiritual love. Could be manifesting as a romantic thing. It's possible. But I feel as if you are preparing the soil for this kind of, for this new life, this new change, the new coming of whatever this love is, right? You've been letting some old stuff go as part of this more far-reaching, overarching transformation in your life. Real spiritual path that you're on. So this death card down here, this is the foundation. This really is everything right now, is kind of saying goodbye to this old stuff. And the old stuff, I think, is not bad stuff. This is the old stuff. This is the past. This is what's behind you. Two of Cups. So it's love. There's love all around you right now, really. Love all around you. Again, you're keeping all of this good love, warm, spiritual light and life and love. You're letting all of that in. You're keeping that. The bad stuff, the evil stuff, the negative energy is reflecting off of you. It's just bouncing right off. I said it's like a spiritual SPF. So, what are you letting go of? What is this in your past that you're kind of, the old stuff? This could be a past relationship. This could be a loved one that is no longer with us. And if that's the case, I'm truly sorry for your loss. This could be a relationship that has just outgrown its usefulness. It's reached the end of the line. It's really, nothing has happened. It's no one's fault. There's no issues, but it's time to move on. It could be that you have outgrown the level or the dynamic or the method of this love. Whatever, this could be with a person, could be with your employer, could be with family members, friends. It could be with your own interests, hobbies, passions, your own creativity, all sorts of things. But maybe you have just kind of outgrown this particular way of doing things, this particular love, generally, You've outgrown it. Time to let it go. There's nothing bad about it. There's no anger here. Still a lot of love. You're choosing all of this now. It wasn't a perfect relationship, right? No relationship is. But you're choosing to keep the best parts of it, right? And to let the negativity just bounce off of you as you say goodbye to this one. Okay? That sounds kind of sad, right? It sounds a little bit morbid or a little bit melancholy, but it's not. It's the beauty of this kind of transformation. It's the beauty of what you're doing and the path that you're on and this force field that you have. Where even something like this death energy down here, which, just the word death sounds pretty terrible. But even something as superficially sinister or morbid as the death card has such a bright light in your life right now. Is such a warm, loving, spiritual, joyful thing. Right? You're in that kind of energy right now. Even this having to let go, having to say goodbye to the old stuff because you've outgrown it, because you've grown apart, or it's not useful for you anymore, because you've reached the degree of success, you've reached the limit of how far you can grow in that company, in that relationship, in that mode, that dynamic of energy. So it's time to say goodbye, and that's a joyful thing. You're saying goodbye with a lot of love and light. And then we're moving into even greater things. Now, we do see this Prince of Cups here. Like I said, a lot of water right now. And this could really be representing you. And it could be the idea that you're trying to communicate this reality or this type of energy that you're in. You're trying to communicate it to others. And I feel like that's kind of a difficult thing right now. Like you want to share this. You want to share this love, this joy, this beauty. You want others to partake in this kind of spiritual zone that you're in. But you're just not able to communicate it. It's just one of those things that people have to experience for themselves. I think that's why we've got an 8 of Swords here in the immediate future, because this is you trying to share this, communicate this with other people, and it's just not working. It's one of those things that they're not going to understand until they can experience it. You know? And that might be the kind of the most sad part about this, is that as much as you want to share this with everyone, with your loved ones, maybe there's a particular person that you want to share it with, you can't, because this is an intensely personal thing, and unless they're inside your bubble, unless they're inside your spiritual force field, they're not going to experience this kind of joy or bliss that you're going to experience, that you are experiencing now. I feel like it could be that, at the time you're watching this, you've not yet entered into this spiritual bubble. It could be that you're right in the middle of it, But let's not despair over the Eight of Swords because of what we see on the path of the serpent. I think you're going to bring some people into your bubble. I think this is going to change. This is probably the only negative card we really have. And that's negative in the sense that we wish that we could expand our bubble. This card rules Jupiter in Gemini. So, there's this desire to expand our bubble to include everyone, right? If we could make this spiritual force field just infinitely wide, then everyone, all of our pets, our plants, our people, all of our loved ones can be in here with us. But I don't think it works that way. Or maybe that's the work that you're doing, is to try to expand this bubble to include everyone so that everyone can partake of this, right? Up above everything, we see a Five of Wands. Now, this is sometimes strife. This is sometimes fighting. This is sometimes another negative kind of card. But not with you. The negative part of it just bounces right off of you. You only get the positive aspects of this card, which is fighting for what you believe in, right? This is having the energy and the strength and the ambition and the confidence to do your will, right? It's not fighting in a negative way. This is a good, healthy challenge, a good, healthy workout. This is sparring. This is being involved in this vigorous activity, this intense. It could be the fight of your life. It could be the greatest challenge that you've ever done. I don't know exactly what your work is right now, or what your focus is. Maybe it is on expanding your spiritual bubble, extending this joy and bliss, this light that you found, this divine protection that you have, figuring out how to share it with other people, how to allow other people to partake of that, or to communicate the benefits of it to them so that they can activate it in their own life. But whatever the work is that you're doing right now, it is kind of like the biggest challenge you've ever faced. But you are so excited to be doing it. There's no fear, there's no anger, there's no animosity. It is really done from a place of love and joy and beauty. Again, all of the positive aspects of these cards are penetrating you to the core. The negative aspects are bouncing right off of you. So there's no anger, there's no frustration. It's a joy in this challenge. It is a joy and a privilege for you to fight. Does that make sense? Let's move to the path of the serpent now. Here's the Six of Wands. This really is about you finding, because see, the Five of Wands was kind of the challenge, right? The fight of your life, the biggest challenge you've ever faced, the joy and privilege that you feel in doing this task, doing this work that you do. I think you're going to be successful. I think you're going to reach a point where you will feel like you have succeeded. You will feel like you fought the hardest you've ever fought, and you've won. It's paid off. It's working now. You're succeeding. And I think success to you is, in part, I don't know exactly what you're doing, but a certain component of it is expanding this spiritual bubble, right? To bring your loved ones into this bliss that you found. I don't know how else to describe it. To kind of, to share your spiritual SPF with other people, right? Whatever secret you found, kind of thing, you know? And that may be God, goddess, deity. It may be guardian angel, spirit guides, whatever kind of mystical or magical experience that you've invoked. Because the Six of Wands is the 3 and the 3. So the 3 of Wands is your certainty, your character, your commitment, your knowledge of self. The way that you've been spiritually activated with the 3, you want to share that with someone else. You want them to be activated. It's the Shaktipat. It's the transferring of power, of spiritual enlightenment, kind of just with a touch, you know? So you want to activate others. You want others to become activated through whatever means this takes place, okay? But that's, I think, part of your mission, part of your goals, part of your work, is to bring others in some way, in whatever kind of, you know, humble way that you can contribute to others' awakening, activation, right? You want everyone to be lit up with that 3 of Wands the same way you are. The next card that we have is this Mercury energy. This really feels to me like you're building something, some kind of a reality that truly is going to do this very thing. And we're going to have to take this card next too, because this is what Mercury is building. This is what the magician is creating, right? And it may be a temporary structure. We know that this is not infinite. It's not permanent. This could be a literal building that eventually will decay and turn into dust over thousands of years or hundreds of years or whatever. But for right now, this is a holy place that you're building, right? This is kind of a tabernacle. This is whatever you're putting together on this physical plane to bring these people together, to bring people to their own spiritual activation, to expand your spiritual bubble, this divine protection or grace or influence or whatever it is. I think you're building something tangible and physical that we know is just kind of an earthly representative, a temporary place for people to gather, to maybe bring them to the infinite awareness, you know? So I feel like you're actually like literally putting something together. It's a group, an organization, some kind of a charity, a religious or spiritual retreat, or some kind of group, a place for people to gather to do this work. Okay, that is your temple, your earthly temple. And this card, the Knight of Cups, this represents those people coming in. This represents the success, whatever you had to say goodbye to. You're getting that, whatever you're losing, you're going to be gaining tenfold. This is representing the people that are coming into your spiritual bubble, into your tabernacle, into this temple. This represents perhaps one particular person in your life coming into your life, maybe a Cancer sign. They perhaps are one special individual that will be coming into your bubble to share this with you. Right? The one person that you feel especially able to communicate with and share this with, right? Now, you're trying to take this 8 of Swords, and through this Mercury magician energy, you're trying to communicate this reality, this truth that you're aware of to the rest of the world or to whoever has ears to listen. And that's why you're creating this temple, this tabernacle, this group, right? Is to find a solution to this frustration of the 8 of Swords. Now, The Eight of Swords is also going to be resolved via this Knight of Cups. This is the person who maybe comes into your life who understands exactly what you mean and can communicate and can share this with you. Just like we said at the beginning, how you want that. I think you're creating that in a larger sense with a group or a community, but in a very personal, intimate sense. It could be a Cancer sign person coming into your life that you can share this with. And that's a beautiful thing. We're going to do the mystery card now. I'm very curious about the mystery card today. The frog did not tell me what it was, but Frog, you did a great job guarding that card for us. We'll go back over there. I don't know. I don't know what this is going to be. Maybe the universe or the world card. You know, that's kind of the infinite divine bubble, right? The infinite world around us, the infinite divine sphere, this spiritual divine protection, showing that it has no boundaries, right? It can include the whole world. Let's see what this is. No, it's a King of Pentacles, or a Knight of Pentacles, Fire of Earth. See, we had Fire of Water, right, because of the Knight of Cups, and we have a Knight or King of Pentacles. So we have the fire aspect of both of these. I wonder if this Cancer sign person that you're going to be meeting, that's coming into your life, that you can share this with intimately, is going to now take part and be a crucial figure in this organization, this church, temple, tabernacle, this group that you're forming. I think they might be at your right hand, you know. It might be a kind of a partnership on the physical plane, in the business sense of organizing this or administering this. Administrating, I think, is the word. Being minister to this group or this organization, this building that you're doing. So I think we need to be aware for this person that when they arrive, you may not know that they're a Cancer sign right away. I feel like they have some very strong planet in the sign of Cancer, whether it's their sun, whether it's maybe their Mercury is in Cancer. But I feel like you'll know them when you see them, and through your communication with them, it'll almost be like the two of you can kind of read each other's hearts. You know, it's going to be that kind of intimate understanding of each other. So I think that's the confirmation that we need to be on the lookout for this person entering our lives. They may be a Cancer sign, but that probably isn't going to help you identify them. But you'll know them through the ease in which you can communicate these spiritual ideas. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the extended reading. If you want to stick around, you can click on the link that's right here. I do want to thank you for being a member to this channel. It really warms my heart, the kind of love and support that we get here. The channel is growing, and we're building such an amazing community here that I couldn't imagine that it would become this. You know, I'm very thankful for all of you. I do hope that you will consider hitting the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, leave me some comments, let me know if this is resonating with you. Let me know if it didn't resonate. You know, maybe this reading wasn't for you. Take whatever does resonate here and check in again in a few days when we do another reading for Pisces. Okay. I'm kind of speeding things up now, so we usually get to every sign about twice a week. So check back in 3 or 4 days if you want, or even better, watch some of your other placements. Watch your sun, your moon, your rising sign placements. Maybe check out your own Mercury placement. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for letting me read for you.